Hello once again, my friends. Tonight, we are starting up a new series, one that I am very excited for because this developer's games mean a lot to me. We are going to be going over games made by Katatema, who is a Japanese game developer who releases independent games that are in Japanese, but several of them have been localized by translation and localization group Playism. Murasaki and Murasaki Tsurugi are two of the games that were localized through this method. We will be starting with Murasaki. Murasaki, by the way, just happens to be the Japanese word for purple, a rather familiar and favorite color of mine. Let's see. Well, Murasaki and Murasaki Tsurugi were localized by Playism in an official capacity. Several other games by Katatema, aka Tetsu. Katatema, I believe, is the name of the company.
I don't want to let go.
Thank you, Madam Irma1, for following.
Thank you for following. Let's see here, where was I? Playism localized a few of the games, but several of the other games were localized simply through fan translations. A few games that were translated this way are Demon King Chronicle was also officially Playism. Irisu Syndrome, however, was the work of a fan translation, which is very impressive considering what that must have taken, considering what that game does. I'm also very glad for that game's translation because I think it is really fascinating, and you could also consider it maybe a bit of a conceptual precursor to what Murasaki is. Some of the gameplay designs and concepts are rather familiar, going from Irisu Syndrome into Murasaki. With that out of the way, it's time to go into our fan art corner, because there are two new Moo fan arts to show off. The first of which is made by our one and only mega fan Conley Basher, and it is a celebratory image for Sylvie Lime, featuring Moo in lime form flying directly towards some spikes while Neve tries to warn me about the impending danger. Neve, aka Unicids, is, of course, my partner in VTubing crime and great friend. Shoutouts in the chat for Unicids there. And after my stream concludes, she will be streaming Elden Ring. So I'll go and raid, as usual, I will go and raid us over there upon this stream's completion. And we have a second one. This one is made by, let's see, Lexian. And it is a rather simple thing, but I still wanted to include it as fan art. Look at that. Put Moo into the pet image generator, and now we have a gigantic hand petting an adorable, relaxed Moo. This particular Moo seems to be particularly tiny in comparison to the hand, which is another thing that Moo feels completely normal about. Anyways, moving on, let's get into the game, shall we? Alright, so here's hoping that I can get this running correctly. Murasaki is an old game written using, I don't even know what engine this is, but it does not play nicely with full screen capture, and it looks like we're good. The default volume settings on this game are also completely out of whack, which makes the music and sound effect balance completely wrong, so I had to adjust that. And finally, to top it all off, this game has a ton of visual effects and transparency tricks, which means that it's complete hell to stream. That, mixed with it being low resolution, means it's actually really hard to get this to run properly. You need to set the bitrate extremely high, much higher than anything else you'd ever, like any other game would ever require. Before we start, though, we need to go and look at the collection, because this is one of the main gameplay conceits and a way to keep this game's... Your main goal of the game is honestly the collection. So we have a bunch of question marks, a list of unknown duels on both sides, the ability to listen to the main menu music, the ability to listen to the music for the first level, and we have our single unlock. Objective. The world is in danger. To be precise, it's going to explode. You must go to the person who is about to trigger it, to that place where a sad tone rings out. So if you've played a Kirby Air Ride or a couple of the Smash Bros. Games, this might look kind of familiar in that it's like the checkbox collection list. And things that are horizontally adjacent show you their unlock conditions. Clear 5 rounds with Kyrie is our first objective that we can see, but any objectives that we happen to meet the conditions of at random will also be revealed. Here's our level select menu. Stage 1, Forest of Charcoal, Sumi no Mori, where unneeded things and people end up. It is said that those who survived have formed a unique civilization in its depths. There's also the sun logo on top. We cannot remove this yet. We have an option of 2 different characters. We have Kairi and Satsuki. This game plays very differently depending on how much you know, so I think my plan is I'm going to play through every level twice, first time pretending to be a beginner while playing as Kairi, and the second time playing as Satsuki as an advanced player. Kairi, speed normal, range long, explosions normal, special, great defense, balanced and safe for beginners. Satsuki, speed, fast, range short, explosion strong, special, use wisely. Specializes in speed and firepower. Let's learn by doing. We can shoot with Z key. And as you can see, we can clear bullets using it. But if we try and shoot multiple times by tapping Z repeatedly, only one bullet is available. One bullet from our character can be on screen at a time. And we are quickly getting overwhelmed with bullets, some of which we can clear in one shot, and some we cannot. However, that's where these blocks come in. By bouncing blocks off of each other, they cause chain explosions, making each of the blocks themselves explode larger. So a 4-block combo will do a lot more than a single block, as you can see from the explosion size there. If we hold X, we charge up a bomb. Touching the blocks also injures you and removes the blocks themselves. So as you can tell from these purple circles, that is a real stream killer of a visual effect. So I can only hope that the visual quality is decent enough, because it actually took a lot of testing to get to this point alone. Oh, flashing lights warning. Sorry about that. only says it looks good to me. Very glad to hear that. This game is very special to me, so stream quality, no expenses spared. The blue pickups are health, and you can see my health bar in the upper left, the yellow bar. And red pickups are bombs, which you can see in the lower left. Oh, something's happening. Oh, she was saying something, but I think I accidentally cut her off. Seems to be done talking, so... First technique for killing bosses. Shattering their bolts will fire a arrow directly at the boss. Not too bad. Two items in the collection. Let's see what they are. Kano. One of the many life forms produced by Ni's top-secret research. She was considered an inferior individual and was to be disposed of, but she miraculously escaped the facility and reached the Forest of Charcoal. Weakened and without food, she was about to perish there. And if we select it... Oh. I guess selecting it is for a different thing. There's a way to get more information on character profiles, but... Satsuki. Conditions. Clear stages 1 through 5 in order with Satsuki. Kano. Clear stage 1, accept all duels, both players. Well, whatever a duel is, which appears to be related to this symbol, we didn't seem to do it. So, it's Satsuki's turn. Satsuki is much faster, but as you can tell, her bullet goes extremely short distance. It also punches the blocks significantly further than Kairi. An undocumented technique. If you bounce against the wall, you collect all points. In some way, this game becomes a deal of resource management. Because it is absolutely possible to keep the screen completely clear with a couple very well-placed block detonations. And so you have to ask yourself whether you want to keep them spawning in or spend them.
Thank you 45,425,698,452,355,481. for following.
You're a star.
Oh, what a beautiful text to speech. Welcome. Welcome 45425698452355481. Glad to have you. I am currently replaying the first level of this game as my preferred character in order to show how the game can differ from having experience with it. My previous playthrough of the first level, I was playing as the other character and also pretending that I was beginner and playing like one. Could I ask a sudden question? We're not going to ask a sudden question. Huh? Why? There is only death. He doesn't look like a bad person. If you don't want to die, then quit complaining. The pulse within me tells me that she's someone truly evil. Really? If we grab the blood splatter... we get a unique, extra difficult pattern. This is called a duel. Only points out, yeah, it's a spell card. This game has optional spell cards. I don't intend to stay quiet and get exterminated. I'll struggle until the very last moment. Wait. I'm sure she's not a bad person. I'll protect you to the end. So as you can see, that was a much more difficult fight. There was an additional, I think, 4 phases. New unlock. Sea. A large body of water that exists at the center of the world. This water forms rivers and carries its blessing throughout the 4 worldlets. It is no coincidence that the name of E's rulers have included the word Kai, sea, for generations. Destroy 500 blocks in total. Earn over 1,000,000 points on stage 2. On to the second level. Once again, Kairi to pretend to play as a beginner, and Satsuki as advanced player. Although there is actually one thing I forgot to highlight here. We completed 2 duels. We get a photograph of the duel fight, and a comment from the character, along with our statistics. A companion you can depend on, huh? Codependence is one of the forms of strong bonds. Stage 2, East Sea Road, Tokaido. You are proceeding along the road east of the sea when your field of view is suddenly closed off. Something seems to be happening nearby, but let's ignore it. Hmm. Alright. Whoever she is, I'm glad she didn't stick around. Shame about our health. Is having a character appear that shoots 50 trillion bullets at you and then leaves at the start of the second level of a game a, quote, bad game design decision? Yeah, I'd say so. But I think that's what makes it really interesting. The willingness to do something like that. The violin. It's gone. See you soon, Conley. Whoa. Get ready for some awesome music. I never thought the day would come when I would fight against you. But come at you with all my power. Okay. I might have gotten the text a bit wrong. It disappeared very quickly. You were right about everything. If I could redo the last 2 years, could I change fate? That aside, you don't look too good. Are you alright? He does appear to be missing an arm and a wing. I mean, needing to dodge the blocks is pretty tough while fighting. Take this week off. I shall destroy you and the slackness in your heart. I'll shatter you. I think even laziness. Firing a shotgun at me. The artwork of the character there only appears if you beat the level after accepting all duels. Four more entries. Kyrie's comments? So cool. Aiga was getting better and better. Aiga, ranked first in the 12 Magic Spears, Ai's once prosperous strategic group. He led an army of dragons to invade nearby regions, and was always feared. His abilities show their power when serving a powerful master, but now he has no master to serve, nor homeland to fear him. Enclosed range, a narrow zone developed by fundamental energy. By giving it stimulation, such as jolt, you can gather the fundamental energy within this range. Collect energy within the range by bumping into the walls. Which implies that the purple pickups we're getting are fundamental energy, and the walls that block us on both sides are also made of fundamental energy. Satsuki's turn. Send some bullets back her way. Hey, Solanum. Good to see you. And then again, our task in this game, as stated by the objective at the very start in the collections list, is the world exploding is imminent, and we are trying to find the source, or the person who is going to be responsible for the detonation. What exactly that means, we don't really know yet. Who is that? Missed a bomb pickup entirely. Alright. Are you ready to die? I am ready to die. Can you keep going like this? If our positions were reversed, how would you respond? What's the point of this fight? I merely obey orders. You're loyal, continuing to obey a ghost. Is that really all it is? Shattered you! So close. Not great, but not bad. This happened because you didn't train your lower body. You skipped leg day, is Satsuki's opinion. Hiya. He survived on the border of Ro, storing up power. Leading an elite team and wielding the Kokai Ryuto, he attacked the pillar at the center of the world. But on the way there, they were bitten by a dog and scattered. And in the midst of this, who should appear but... Haika, birthday 9/17. Hobbies, journal writing. Likes, firm organization, rice dumplings, and bean paste. Dislikes, people who disturb order. And you can see also a symbol appears over their portrait when I select them there. It's the symbol on their eye patch, and also, if I remember correctly, yes, the same symbol that is on Kairi's belt. An instrument. The soul of a certain performer. They received life as a man, grew up as a woman, and lived as both. They earned a daily income through performing, and their lovely voice, which had the power of both sexes, following along behind you, as though they feel some kind of regret. Stage 3, 100 I Like. Hyakumeko. In the not-so-distant past, there were water people here who met a tragic end. You should be close to making it through the caves they used to inhabit. I like how you can see their shadows under the water and then they pop out. Sort of pretending they're in the background via a visual trick. Other instrument. Fish. I don't like my position here. There we go. Here we go. How do you fare, sir? Great. Ah, that was a good one. How would you like me to tell your fortune? Hooray! Bum-ba-da-bum, ta-da! Great misfortune. Don't you love a game in which absolutely every character seems just a tad unhinged? Never underestimate the power of just directly shooting the boss. I also really like how this boss is like a minion master sort of setup. They command 3 fish that is the primary source of of the majority of their attacks. Duel 2. Don't you understand? Your former majesty, you are by nature an outcast. We similar people should live together. Maybe go fishing. Fishing would be good, but I think I prefer swimming, even if you end up floundering in agony. Once again, that text is very, very fast. Missed a couple lines. I think Murasaki Tsurugi is better about that, the sequel. Well, with one notable exception. Million points. Four unlocks. Duels first. I wonder if I could have one. The red one. Also the black one. If you were always alone, you wouldn't get lonely, but... Rururu. A taster from a water clan that lived near the world's center. The clan's job was to warn of disasters in the world by observing water currents. The taster would be isolated in the uppermost stream and taste the water. But one day, bitter water killed most of the clan. If that's not a bad omen, I don't know what is. Ko, Otsu, and Te. 3 fish that Ruru loves and has even taught some basic tricks. The fish are experimental bioweapons produced by Ni that have gone wild. They are basically immortal, but will die if they touch salt water. That's true, we cannot kill those fish. Satsuki. Pardon me. Completely missed. Thank you. Whoever she was at least kind enough to leave me a gift. I guess like in Toho Project, there's just a... That's just how it works, you know? Shoot huge bullet patterns at your opponent, and ask how their day was. Bullet hell game, cultural touchstone. So as you can see, Satsuki's bomb functions very differently. While Kairi's bomb simply absorbs bullets and then responds by doing a circular blast outwards depending on how many bullets were absorbed, Satsuki does a shot in all 4 cardinal directions and then detonates every existing block that happen to be hit by those. Here we go. Not too happy with my health, but... good day. It appears you will not be stopped even... You know what? This is a good way to do it. Since it has come to this, please continue over my dead body. Understood? Powerful move by Satsuki there, in my opinion. You can do this over my dead body. I sure will. Shoot him directly. The firing looks like. There. It appears you will not be stopped, even if I waste a million words on you. Since it has come to this, please continue over my dead body. He repeated himself. Ooh. A little sketchy, but I got there. More than a million. You'll never die. I hear that the Water Clan who told of bad omens were often hated. Ruru's constitution had changed after years of tasting thick water, and he didn't notice the poison. His life continued just as before, with few changes arising. He found some goldfish, and he sheltered a fleeing red-haired woman for a day and taught her how to fish. Birthday, 628. Hobbies, fishing for crayfish. Likes hot water, dislikes noise. Emblem, same as Kyrie's. House at Night, Yoru no I. A house that was able to boast a brief period of glory, carried by good fortune and situation. Let's pass through and do some sightseeing. Your destination is near. I really love the visuals of this level. I'm glad I found a way to make the text stay on screen. For the boss fight conversations. Another instrument. Long level. Hey Conley, we are on stage 4. I'll make sure to post the VOD for this particular video ASAP. Because again, this game's really important to me. And I would love to hear folks try and work out what the deal is in this game, setting-wise. Please. Go back. place is precious to Kozuyo. All she desires. No duels. No boss. Satsuki's turn. Some aspects of the game make me wonder if the translation is poor, but honestly, I think that the game is intentionally written in a strange and roundabout way. I have a few reasons for thinking that, but yeah. Thank you, instrument. So, as you might have guessed, we did that wrong when we played as Kairi. And that's actually an interesting part of the collection system, is the user interface. If you go past this level and play the next one, you'll notice gaps in the collection list and all the UI elements, strongly implying that you should have fought a boss here, despite the fact you very clearly did not. One song is skipped over. The blood splatter icons remain unfilled in a couple spots, and the ones past them are filled. Stuff like that. That's right. This is a puzzle. It's not often you see that kind of thing in a top-down bullet hell game. Ugh. I'm sorry, but I really gotta do this. I will keep in mind that at that point I need to destroy... What got me that time is I couldn't break the flower without also detonating a bunch of blocks, which sent the bullets back. So I need to control how many blocks are on screen at that point. Apologies for one more playthrough of this level than is strictly necessary. Also, ow. Ow again. Oh, another thing that strongly implies there's a boss fight here. Look at the right side of the screen for me, please. Well, the game window. There's literally a faded out portrait of somebody. And as before, that's been where the boss health bars appear. Regardless of the outcome of this, whether I win it or not, I will be moving on to the next stage. I do remember this boss being rather tough, especially since I am rusty. I think we are getting fairly close, but not yet. This pattern, then there's going to be red bubbles that pop into bullets. It's at that point that I need to control the block count. Alright. It's going to be a big group of them. Destroy everything. Okay. There we go. Was it you who disturbed my slumber? You wretched vermin! What is wrong with you? Jeez. Aren't you listening to what I'm saying? Sorry, I couldn't hear you. What the hell is up with you? What is up with you? I get it already. I'm gonna... Damn it. Whoa. Launching pollen at me. Oh, it's getting sketchy. Ugh. So sleepy. It'd be easier if you went to sleep. Before I go to sleep, first I'll deal with you. Whoa. Got her. So, she just wouldn't listen to reason. Jeez, calm down. Story B, Part 1. In the middle of a remote, little-known village in E, a hole opened up without any warning. After this, the villagers steadily lost their will to live until all they did was breathe. The same happened to the visiting trio. Village girl Yuna, the only one unaffected, cried desperately for help with the power of her wondrous performance. Kozuyo. The daughter of a ruined family whose status and wealth came from a well of energy. Its value slumped due to E's energy agency, and they went bankrupt. She lost her parents, but ironically kept her house as the land was now cheap. Kozuyo swore to restore it herself. Stage 5, Hope Field. Nozomi Gahara. The length and strength of her feelings assimilated her body with the power of fundament. When her heart had reached its limit, she will share her fate with the world. New shape. Also wider stage, I think. At the very least, it's feeling very difficult in order to get combos going. The music stopped. The sound effects stopped. I really need that health. And I missed one. Ooh. Thing happens when I approach her. Oh. Her health is lowering on its own. My attacks even do anything? They are. Just... not much. Almost over. It's over. Story A, Part 1. While inspecting a key site, a prince overheard a performance by the quartet and was spellbound. He invited the four to his birthday festival, asking them to perform a piece. He thought that showing the four worldlets in harmony could express his ideals, unaware that, in others' eyes, this was seen as an unthinkably reckless act. Yuna. A poor girl in a poor village. Yuna had one pleasure: sneaking out of the village and playing a blue instrument left behind the mountain. She continued to create music alone, never letting anyone hear. One day she was performing as usual when 3 people passed by. Unlock conditions clear the game, which is something we have not done. An instrument, a relic of Fundament abandoned at Hopefield. Yuna's performance summoned 3 people who had been walking separate paths, and they formed the quartet after an incident roughly 3 years ago. Star Crown E. A worldlet with excellent organizational abilities. Kyrie's father's generation were expansionists who stole resources from nearby lands, plotting world domination. Kyrie was meant to succeed the throne, but after a dispute, his weak-willed younger brother Kairu did instead. So yeah, with Kyrie there, we failed our mission and thus may have led to the extinction of the entire world. I think that is what that ending is implying. At the very least, according to the objective that we were given at the very start. And that there is a fundamental worldly threat that we are trying to prevent. Good job, Kyrie. So once again, this is actually a puzzle.
To another place.
Hi, real clown girl. Three ghosts of 3 musicians and a 4th piano player. At this point, you should know who these people are, at least conceptually. Only says, this is really cool. Right? You don't expect to see this kind of thing out of a bullet hell game. They're usually focused extremely directly on the gameplay mechanics and stuff like that. This game has multiple cases of doing specific actions changing the outcome. Fine. Two colors are now orbiting Yuna. 3. And 4 colors. Oh. Hasn't the same thing happened before? Okay, let's begin. Just like we did back then. How about you, Yuna? Are you ready? Just don't hold us back, okay? Of course. After all, I've waited a long time for this. A new color of fundament has appeared. One to match every performer. Those bullets also look a little bit different. Or if they always look like that, I wonder. This isn't really good enough. Time for things to heat up soon. Let's go, Yuna. Oh. Am I supposed to do nothing? Here we go. I would like to point out the boss's health bar right now. Yuna, are you nervous? No matter how spectacularly you mess up, it doesn't affect our performance. Play with all your heart, Yuna. Yes, thank you. I have to show you the fruits of my training. Ooh, that's close. Our audience is just 2 people. We've got a terrific audience. Does it matter whether the audience is good or bad? Sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't. But there's no mistake about this. We've got the people I most wanted to hear this here. No matter how bad things are, they will end someday. Indeed, the present is always the worst time. Yuna, you're making a face like it's the end of the world. It really is the end, though. Be quiet. Yes, I understand. Now that the bad things have ended, we need to finish too. Let's finish this beautifully. I would not say that they're trying to kill me in response to some conversation in the chat here. After all, the only way I'm able to restore her health is by consuming bullets. There's just a fundamental danger. Kairi. Satsuki. Kairi. Seems like you're in a good mood. Satsuki. Why do you think that? You're making that kind of face. Really? Get lost. I'm going to sleep soon. Woohoo! Me too, me too. How long are you going to sleep? Until tomorrow. What will you do tomorrow? If nothing happens, let's go look at the sea together. I guess the sea is kind of ordinary. Let's go look at the sky. You sure are quick to fall asleep. Scenario writer, director, programmer, Tetsu. Graphic artist, Yomogi Mochi. Composer, Watson. Debugger, Mira, Tessa, and Mochiduki. And everyone lived ever after. So, as you can tell from the collection list, we may have gotten a true ending, but really that's just the start. There's a lot to learn, and there's a lot to figure out, and there's actually still quite a lot to see. Satsuki, the former numbers 2 of Team Fortune, a small-scale group that works to deliver smiles to the world. No real hobbies, about average height, born January 1st, quick on her feet. Her special skill is speed eating, always thinking that she'd like to have a long sleep if possible. Yuna. They all got along well and began to perform as a quartet sometimes. Though they didn't have a single listener, Yuna was content. But one day, the trio disappeared, saying that they should play together again someday. Yuna continues to wait, for a day that will never come. Yuna, birthday 12/16, hobbies performing, likes everybody smiles, radishes, dislikes farewells. Same symbol as Kairi. Kusagi. His parents gained their status through music, and he too chose that path. His talents were recognized, but one day something felt wrong. He was not creating, only killing himself to fulfill the desires of clients and being compensated in gold. He left abruptly on a journey. Birthday 2/24, hobbies, outdoor naps, likes the period after rain, dislikes weather turning cloudy. A different symbol for this one. Shiho. Shiho's poor parents raised him as a girl to keep him from becoming a specimen for Ni's experiments. Before the lie reached its limit, Shiho destroyed his own testes and passed the inspection safely. But later, Girls were targeted as specimens too, and Shiho fled. Birthday 826. Hobbies, gazing at the sea and drifting off. Likes rice balls at the sea. Dislikes unreasonable requests. Yet again a new symbol. Two songs skipped over. 3 duels remain. Back then, when I came back after a year had passed, the village was deserted. We were able to fill our long overdue promises to each other. Music is something I don't really understand, but I accepted their feelings. We've unlocked Dream, which is a score attack mode, but we will be going over that later. In addition, we've gotten the ability to remove the protection here. This is what removing the protection does. You may notice that this is significantly harder than the first level actually was. In addition, that sun that appears around your character when you start a level, that doesn't appear in this mode. Yes. Turning off the protection is New Game Plus mode. Also, Stage 6, Execution Site. Kubikiri... Hang on. Kubikiri-jo Atochi. You've received a letter of challenge, so let's go and check it out. We will do that later. That is ultimately going to do it for today's stream, as this is the start time for Unicid, aka Neve, aka my partner in crime. So, with one true ending of Murasaki achieved, we're going to call it there for now, and we will return to this game in order to unlock more of the collection on Friday. Thank you for joining me on this, friends. This game is really, really important to me, and I am excited to show you all the stuff that's in it. I'm excited to attempt to beat the 6th stage, because I literally never have. And yeah, sorry, Spruce Zeus, you did happen to hop in exactly at the end here. And I look forward to playing the sequel and showing you the entire collection in that game too. But for the moment, slipped because I'm a slime. For the moment,
To another place.
let's go right on over to Unicids, shall we? Neve will be playing Elden Ring. Wish her luck in beating Radahn.